He's known for the Sky, let's say, plays that
Sky,
we have been doing in the past, but now with only 2
Viper,
flashes, it's gonna be very
Fade,
hard to be
Gecko.
efficient, specifically because you probably will not use the
Gecko,
flash at the
Sky.
beginning of defense
Sky,
on
Fade.
the Fountain on long B. On the other side, we have
Guy,
Liquid
Gecko.
though, with
Alright.
the Gecko and the Sky together.
Chad, is the
So a little
YouTube
bit
stream
less
back
synergy
now?
for the Raze,
For people
but a
that
lot
are
more safety
wondering,
when it
or
comes
have
to
I
planting.
completely
So
messed it
attacking
up?
side, I feel like it's actually gonna be
There's a chance I
better
messed
for
it up.
Liquid, but defense is gonna be better for Koi. So it's like, okay, it's kind of balanced.
Yeah, and also Enzo coming out with the Gecko as well.
It's
here.
back.
And
Okay,
you
cool.
spoke a little bit earlier about the role changes, Lothar. Mystic on Brimstone. What do we think about this? Actually, we don't have time, but
Chat, watch out for the flashbang.
after this map and jump back in to the game. Over to you, Pavlos and Ash. Mystic on.
Thank you very much, Yinzu. It's time to break into our second map of this series. Koi, they started off really strong on the first one, so they'll be definitely hoping on their own map pick they can do the same. But yeah, it feels like this particular map.
Ward,
there's a bit of
Ward
a
underscore
conversation
97.
here.
Thank you
How
so
do
much.
kind of
Thank you.
break through and
Let me
have more
quickly
impact now with the
make sure I can
Skynerfs
see
that
the
come in.
YouTube
Both of the
chat.
teams
Okay,
seem to
we're
have a
good.
different idea of how they're doing so, right? One with a Fade,
Sorry,
one with a
everyone.
Gecko. What are your thoughts on this here, Ash?
I think it's interesting because with the Gecko, you do have that kind of safety net in another flash.
So,
type of
Liquid on
utility,
defense,
but
Koi
then
on attack.
also with the Fade,
The
you
only
get that
def is
additional
the
clear
Gecko
where that
and the
was
Fade.
also nerfed. We have to keep that in mind, and the ability to actually send that through TPs, I think, is pretty important.
Now Koi look to move onto this ASAT on attack here against Team Liquid's defense camo. First blood, Kiko no more. Enough of his funny business from the previous map. But now they've garnered full site access. And it's Mystic waiting on for his team to try and join in. Smash that is actually trying to go
that
for
was
a kill
fast.
himself. Gets eliminated, although Enzo does find a
We
pop
are
shot,
1-1 in
different
terms
stroke
of
to keep things
pistols.
At least at a fathomable condition.
Still 2 guiding lights here for Yampi to work with, though. First one finds a bit of info, but not much she could work off of.
Second flash coming through together with Dizzy. Yampi finds some space, but you need more than just a trade here. And you find yourself on
Still
top
have
with
Wingman to
numbers.
defuse this.
Otherwise, they'll all come in and start chiming in
Wingman
shots
goes out,
you,
pressure
Nats.
on.
Good enough to
Lovely
find an
shot.
isolated pick. Enzo as well, but a Shadow left alone. And little bro isn't on the spike anymore. It's Enzo. Get to half, now gets off of it. But who's going to win it this time around?
Shadow played it literally perfect. Couldn't have been any better from him.
Second pistol this series, leading the charge on map number 2.
Really nice micro play coming out from Shadow there, just ensuring that they had that time in the jiggle peak to guarantee that it was at half that Enzo got off. Now, with this lead, a very heavy buy coming in here from Koi with these light shields. Got 2 full rifles, Bulldogs. This is, if they can save a lot of these weapons into the next round, it will contest very nicely up against the anti-eco we'll expect to see from Team Liquid in round 3. But for now, focusing back into this default.
Get that
play.
outlaw out as well, and everyone is
Like,
heavy
just
invested
keep
into
walking
this.
forward.
Just keeps walking
It's
forward.
like, whatever. After last game, confidence abound.
Tons of it. Sluxo's in a bit of trouble though. He's the only player from Koi nearby, and he's been bullied out. At the same time, Team Liquid gains so much information, it's definitely going to be a beat.
Yeah, I like
with
this
all
push
drone
from them.
control. There could also be a TP back, so you can't be
Gonna
too
hear the
careful.
running to the left.
Team Liquid taking a gamble and trying to stack up their players here. This flash could be immaculate. Yampi, that's the swing. No one can see it.
Lovely flash on this one.
They need
2
to
guns
be
to
careful.
pick up as well.
Bouncing back here from this long side. Grabinho
Mystic had a
comes
chance
up,
there.
so it's
Outlaw
still Koi in
would have hit
charge.
him. Yeah, would have killed him.
2v3 now, split up here on Team Liquid.
And Grabinho doesn't want to stop fragging.
No.
Leaving Kiko
No heavy
to
armor on
himself
that.
with a ghost. Takes
Jesus.
down Grabinho.
One more.
Lightning
Okay,
fast
really
reaction
good
timing,
damage.
But Shadow's got a big gun, and against the tiny one of Kiko, it's going to be a 2-0 for Koi.
Really good
Really
damage.
nice idea there, though, coming out from Team Liquid with that push out from Hookah. I think they just didn't anticipate that anyone on Koi who had already pushed up towards B long would be so close to Fountain still, expecting them to be a bit deeper towards that B site. But we did talk about the fact that that was an expensive investment into very powerful guns
So,
for the anti-eco
With
round
the
there
econ
for
damage done,
Koi.
we can't buy too much into it. We
them
get a couple of
Not as much
stingers.
firepower as you would expect. Still
Not too bad.
looking to semi-eco it up here.
It's actually pretty good, to be honest.
Speeding things up towards B long. Trailblazer sees about 2, but it's all a ruse. They don't actually opt for the space. They back right off.
It's a matter of challenging that space and forcing Team Liquid to take it all back if they need to. And
Flash
exactly what
goes
they've
over
done.
towards
Mystic
long.
Sticks around for a little bit.
Didn't see
They do
anyone.
opt out of
Prowler
it,
does
and
go
Koi's going
towards
for a
long.
second go. Maybe they
And
thought it was an obscure man. Maybe they thought it was
still a lot onto the race
all
to
a
send
rouge
this.
hit for the A side, but instead it's the double front take onto this A side.
Oh my god, that's his own mod.
His feet are burning, but he doesn't care. Still, Koi coming out on top, but this is so scary for Team Liquid.
Honestly,
and
that was a
nothing is
nice
done
take
about
from
it.
Koi.
Koi, advantage. Hiko, so scared to take that fight. So
Definite
Koi, a
definite shout out to
big time
Camo here.
ahead
He
with his point
really
guard on
sent
this weak
this.
side.
You've also got the heal coming out from Stark, so replenish health, but down to a 2v2.
Shados' angle was so sneaky, and it's a wide pick Hiko had to take, and Starks is going to play a different angle to make it all too uncomfortable here for Nats, and oh, you can see how much he's fidgeting. He needs the pick, and
What
he
the
needs it
hell?
quick, but it's not
Okay.
going to happen to him anytime soon.
Nicely
It's
done from Shados.
with
That was a
Koi
nice sight here. I do think the Camo
working
did well
out
to make a lot of
thrifty round
space here.
there.
Obviously sick from Shados to get this many
And
kills.
what I've got to point out in that round as well are the two
And
snake bites
that's a
that
very
Shados
nice
actually
bonus.
threw onto
Very, very
sight
nice
on
bonus.
That B hit from Koi. They deny the upper angle of B-Tube, and then they space off that retake, denying that lane from CT, from Team Liquid, to continue to flood forward. Just beating that timing. Now,
Wait, there's two of them now. That's so funny. The other guy's really animated as well.
We saw the coaches, and I wasn't sure if they were surprised, as in like, wait, we won that, or like, you know, questioning what happened in the early parts of that round.
maybe we'll
Man,
find
these guys are going to get the
Yeah,
best
maybe
replays for
David.
sure.
Frankie, if you're listening in.
That's so good.
But still, Team Liquid now on the pistol. It's damaging. Koi's strong start from the previous seems to be following suit here on Bind.
Yeah, a little bit on an island with the smokes that came up there.
Not
Not much of his fault in Eco.
Koi have been able to split the site in two.
The worrying thing,
They still got to deal
if
with
you're...
Yavi
Oh
being
my
quite the
goodness.
menace. Nats has found his way in as well.
Okay, let's wait.
Team Liquid equilibrium.
Yampi's sheriff has been disgusting.
And so Vi goes for another swing, but two staring at him, he doesn't stand
Okay,
a
there's some
chance.
shots getting hit.
Enzo try to go for a shot there, but no. It's all in vain, and Mystic's position telegraphed. So he's basically living on borrowed time.
Oh my god, just the util dump here for Mystic.
With
Like
this
you wanna
plant,
go out of
Rabino
bounds
gets
this
his
way?
ult.
No.
Not going to be using
Wanna go
into
outside
this
of
one.
this way? No.
Fade ult.
Let
No
it-
options.
no options.
Man, this is going to be
Koi
rough for
another.
Liquid, I think. A lot of ults up here.
Strong start here for Koi.
Fade ult, Brim ult.
Similar story though on Ice
They're
Clops.
close
It took a
to-
little bit of time for Team Liquid
They're close to
warm
the
up, to get
Viper
the read
ult.
on how Koi were handling
One
themselves,
away
how they
from
wanted to
Seekers,
deal
one
with
away from Razor.
their composition, but a bit more of a standard look
Seekers
this time
and
around.
Fish ult as well. Well,
Yeah.
this is
Does
going to
look like
be
it. I feel like the
complete
previous
madness
matchup,
for
they just
sure.
needed to rely on Kiko way too much at the start, and it's something that the analyst desk hit on, right? Is it something that's replicatable?
Whoa,
Can
what
they do
the-
it again? And for Team Liquid, they're just hoping all of their, you know, puzzle pieces get put in place.
What the
Can't
hell?
really
Crackle,
rely
is
on
that how
one
I
to
say
paint
your
the
name?
picture.
50. You're a
The dynamicism
lunatic,
you get
bro.
between the Rays
Thank
and
you
the
so
Jet are
much for
also
the
very
50.
different
50
in how you
gifted.
get to aggress forward.
You absolute lunatic. Okay, chat,
And
spam a lot of slug approves.
Some of
Anyone
like
that
that
got
bit was
gifted,
on that
make sure
attacking
you say
side.
thank you
All
to
3
Crackle.
maps, Team
Bro,
Liquid
that's your
starting on
first ever gifted.
defense
You dropped
first.
50. You're
And
insane,
Prowler
bro. Thank you
is
so much,
Orsuka
man. Really
not
do
to find
appreciate you.
anything. Trailblazer towards long to find all this information.
Thank you, thank you.
It's only Yampi alone towards elbow.
Fade
playing
ult
for that
goes in,
retake with
hits no one over
Seekers.
towards the site. Solid spam, chat. We're done.
He has to live with them though.
Spike dropped, and the Yampi heard it, so he's definitely going to start spraying. Once he hears the spike being planted, Starkso is so close to it. Flash comes out, and Yampi's quick enough to react. And now with a Thrasher out, one of them
Mate,
is stuck
Yampi's
in
doing
place,
work,
that's
and this
exactly
Gecko
where
Flash was
Yampi tries to
nice.
move in. And Koi's attack crumbled into pieces.
Rabino,
Instantly,
I'm
Team
probably
Liquid seized
not
control, and
putting
there's
the
two left
ult
to
into
try and
this
fend
one
it
for
all off.
sure.
There's an orbital
It'd still be
strike,
good
though.
for him to do some
No need
damage,
to follow
but
it
in
up,
terms of
they
the
can buy some
ult,
time.
got to accept
Touched
this one.
once. When do you start spraying? Do you afford
Yeah,
to
any
use it, to use
any
the
bit of
orbital
damage
strike
is
here?
good there. Nice
No, you
round,
don't.
especially from
And there
Yampi
you
here,
have
playing
it,
off
Team
site as
Liquid
well.
only lose
Fast
one
rotate
player
came in, it's
throughout
nice flash
it,
from
and they
Enzo.
get themselves
Solid
the
from
fourth
Yampi.
We've talked so much about
Damn, bro,
Kiko, but I
50.
feel like
That is
even on
insane,
Icebox,
dude.
we didn't necessarily give enough love over towards Yampi, and the way that his picks have been so impactful.
The sack as well with the
In
prime, thank you.
each round that
Joining
he's
in on
found
the
that kind of
madness.
success, those 2-for-1s. And again, didn't even need to expend the
Esof
Seekers into that
Sundance
round,
30 as well with the
saved it
7
over.
months. Thank you for sending that as well, bro.
Boy, they're cycling up to 4 ultimates
And again,
now.
Crackle. Hopefully
Got
saying your name right.
Viper's Pit for
Thank
the
you
post
very
flank, even
much,
to
man.
try and walk
Mad
up
support,
and take some
bro.
of that A main space with it. As well as a
50.
potential explosive
Okay.
entry here from
Yeah.
Camo.
Flash goes over
Koi
towards
haven't
long.
been beating around the bushes with these attacks. They want something. They
Doesn't
get
hit
it.
any.
With
With
these
that,
ults,
they
it's
actually
so much easier
rotate the
for them
Brim
to do.
over. 4 people right now. They're kind of
Super in hand.
heavy stacking.
They're just biding their
And I
time
think
there.
with this many ults, if they want to
The thing
fight
is, Team
site,
Liquid have got
that's
a
fine.
hell of a lot of players on this A site. This is exactly what they want. Move into them. Viper's Pit here for Nats. And the orbital strike to try and find some room.
Oh,
Nobody's there,
that
so it
was-
doesn't affect anyone but the showstopper instead.
I saw
From Camo
nothing,
does a
but
lot.
kind of
Enzo
knew
on
with
that
the
closer
ult that
angle
they have
could
to be
done quite
pushing
a
back
bit,
into
but
this
now out of the
area. So
equation,
ulted
Korea
here,
find themselves on top.
and then
Viper's
on
Pit to
top
take
the
up
ult
a lot of
beyond.
space outside of Lamps, moving into the CT side, and Kiko looks to push past it. Oh, he's very
The
eager to
Viper,
get pushing here.
the
Starks
Viper ult is
nicely done to
really
deal with
strong
it,
as well,
still
but there
Team
is
Liquid
still
trading
no
equally.
plant.
At the
Oh
bottom
man,
end,
this
though,
is
it's a
insane.
2v3, and
Okay,
only now
Yampy on the
Spike
flank
goes
doesn't
down.
want to pop his Seekers, does take down the Brim.
Viper's Pit's
Oh, that's my
not
bad.
even overlapping with one another.
Seekers out from Yampy.
Oh,
trying to deal with
no.
two, but Grupinho's on the
Oh, he's
case,
going to
and
watch that
Nats
one back.
left to do it alone. Known for his Sentinel tech, but now on the Viper, he's going to face a Viper on the opposing side, and that Viper's got a shorty.
Yeah, I'll take the
with
blame
his
for that.
name on it as well.
Loss bonus.
Koi, they used
Reset
everything
on
that
this.
round, but they got it locked in nevertheless.
They may have used everything that round, but they also forced 2 ultimates out of Team Liquid. Ones that would have been difference makers as the series goes on. Now,
That double ult round was
Orbital
really cool from
Strike
them over
to
towards
work
Showers
with
though.
here, and
That was
a
nice.
timeout to be called by TL on this eco round.
I think the timeout here
I
makes a
think
lot of sense. They can
looking
force
at the
into
A site as
this
well there,
and
There were smokes, like I think
make sure
every
that
single
they
Brimstone
can try and
smoke
stay
went
in the
down
game.
on top of the Viper's Pit.
It's like they can't shoot back if they can't see.
No, it really was a round that was more about who was going to survive and do better in those scrappy fights, in the chaos in the midst of things. It was not calculated, which is the environment that Team Liquid tends to thrive in much more.
Yeah, but in this circumstance, Koi had a lot more AoE damage available, right?
Oh, yeah.
Orbital Strike, Showstopper, they didn't really need to see anyone to shoot.
No.
So those early advantages did pay
And too much
dividends
there.
in the end. Team Liquid, they lost a few, right? Whether the previous one was the one that they shouldn't have lost, you know, so much was spent their direction, fair enough. Not much they could have done. But there are discussions to be had, right? Why are they losing so many buy rounds? Why aren't they being able to gain the advantages? They had some pretty good retakes we saw from Icebox, but
Can they even force a buy here?
Trying to replicate that on
no,
this
going
fight.
for a low buy.
We also
Maybe got
haven't
some
seen
kind of
as much,
idea
like,
into this one.
I think we've seen a little bit of pressure from Shadows. Again, very standard.
Very
toxic
far
terrain
away
over
from a
towards
lot
that
of
A
ults.
site. But Koi haven't really needed
That's
to
why I
play
would have been
too
tempted
much
to
with
buy
that
up on
kind of
this one.
conditioning,
Can really
with,
make a
again,
good
the
comeback
explosive
for it.
entries that you've mentioned before.
But Koi on this one,
And so this
wanting
is
to try and get
Servo.
their ults online.
Liquid,
Money's ready.
just
Actually, money's a little bit low on a
as
few.
much as you can do. Could see
It's a nice
a
tether.
change in the tide here.
Flash goes out
If
towards
Kiko can
long,
maybe
hits no
manage
one.
to get that
Rotates
showstopper
coming in
online.
heavy, but don't
I feel
think
like
these
Team
two
Liquid
are going to be able to
aggressive
stall.
against Red
And
by
yeah, they've
Grupinho
watched
instantly.
they've
I don't
watched
think
a
he
lot
even
of
saw
Nats to be
anybody.
fair, because
It was
Nats
just his
likes
intuition.
that
They
move.
played that spot before on eco rounds.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Just gotta spray it.
better safe than sorry. But this time it's Team Liquid to be sorry. Oh, doesn't do good against full armor, especially when the bullet goes through a wall. And with the money Koi have, they'll be on full armor every single round. Yampy trying to find
Rabino
consolidation
one away,
kills.
right, from his ult
Right,
after
so
this?
Stark so low could be a
I think they'll
pickup,
take
but
that
no, with
as
the
a
prowler
win.
sent in his direction, it's nothing to be found.
Yeah.
But this round, this is probably
Four
the
people
round that
surviving
the
as
tech
well.
pools was for, right? The tech
2
pools
armory
was
buys from
for.
those 4.
Let's see what's put into place
Money's
here for Team Liquid,
great.
because they've been struggling on this defense.
I mean, no, they know that they're cycling up to that showstopper here for Kiko. Then you've got the orbital strike that Mystic's been holding on to for a couple rounds now. Looks like the answer that they're looking towards is going to be that operator. You do get the trade-off of pulling out the showstopper, the raised rocket, if things do go awry.
Op comes out.
But for Koi, I think what they're doing really
Rabino
well
again,
is
one
they are
orb away, so you would
overwhelming Team
imagine
Liquid with the amount of
heavy
information they
fight
can garner
for
with
one
their
of
double
these.
initiator composition.
Yeah, something to highlight as well. You might have a high-flying performance on one map here, Kiko.
Op on
but
top
it's
of
another
truck.
to be able to replicate
They
it
have been
across,
just
so it
running
might go
out through
his head. It's
short.
like, it's expected of me now, perhaps. But no, gotta roll it back. You roll, gain space, gain picks now, and now he's on the operator. But you can see Koi show their presence early towards Lamps, and now definitely put their forces together to go for an A hit.
And they're happy to do that because, again, they have those prowlers that they get to work off of. This top truck angle.
Yeah,
Could be
Kiko needs a
tricky.
pick here.
They got nothing really to push him
Team
off.
Liquid haven't been getting enough advantages
Like a
early on.
fade eye, but can't really do a good one from there. Skydog clears all of long.
Such a
They can
good
keep this
wall then to
3-person
deny
stack
that
over
line of
towards
sight.
A.
You just
Wall's
walk up
good.
close.
But I
Yeah,
feel like when
let's
this
just peek
goes
through,
down,
walk
and Nats
over.
is going to get info.
Nats, he He's there, but he's all by himself. He spots them. Snakebite coming through. So what does Kiko do? He stays on top of the truck in case the wall does go down. But still, it's going to be a trade of the skies with
Kiko.
coming in up front and face and
Yeah,
front
and I
center.
really thought that that other guy would have popped there as well. Wingman goes in.
Finally ahead. Shadow. Notified position.
Lovely from Nats why they were heavy focused over towards site. Okay, in the round that Liquid really needed to win, they managed to do it. Four people surviving as well, so nice for the recon.
Snakebite as well that bought Nats that time to regroup.
Yeah, Ryan.
I
I think that's what they need. Less
Nats
Brimmy.
separated from the play without Kiko to really help him out. But what
much
a
Brimstone
way
in
to
this
close out
comp.
a round. That's the kind of momentous play that you need if you're Team Liquid to get back into this first half.
You definitely need it. And it's Nats you kind of want in that position to actually start fragging, right? Because we talked about Kiko. He needed the follow-up from other teammates to, you know, step up. And it feels like when the rest of them start to feel confident, get those
Okay,
multi-kills.
damn, this is interesting. So they do, yeah, they do the smoke, but they actually have the op here, so they decide to put a little gap in it. And
Slash
it
protocol
looks
at the very least,
like
we know Kiko, he's
Koi
not
is
shy to
too
just
aware of that.
continue
I think
sticking on
maybe
one
if
of
you
those
want to do
angles.
this, it needs to be more
Yeah,
slight
he's
than
got to
this.
get out of jail free card, right? You can just move into the op. But instead,
Because they
just
looked at
moves
that
in
smoke and they
forwards.
wanted none
Just
of
goes
it.
even further into that long side, which
Abort.
clears the rest
Thank
of
you
the
so much.
Definitely means
Thank you,
that
thank
they
you.
have
Welcome
to be
into
in
Slug
here, but
Ops.
the
A big
rotations
kill
are
from
from
Enzo.
here,
Rotates
from
in to
Team
help his
Liquid.
teammate as
Enzo
well.
gets
Thanks for the tier 1,
the
bro.
shove
Thank
comes
you.
through. They're in to that lamps area, so they need to be careful. Nats isn't really wary of it. Flash comes through. He's killed out, and the full A-side control is theirs. Enzo hasn't been dealt with.
Still
which is
no
the
plant,
important
and
part
still
here
gonna be
for
hard
Team
for them to
Liquid.
plant
They
as well,
need
because
to
they
keep
still have the
control
Brimstone
over
molly
this side.
to delay.
Do they continue to push the issue though? With the spike all the way
They
back
could definitely
towards
take back
A
a
market?
site, but I
See
think
for
they would have to
rotation.
use Grabino's ult.
They don't have any smokes to deal with this, though. Grabinho, no smokes available for him. Shadows, he's used his Poison Cloud.
Just Kiko hiding.
Yeah,
on
let's see what the
with
plan
that
is here.
operator, but now
Well,
smoke's down.
Liquid have their own
They have
plan.
front
They
side
smoke
control.
this off and they
Team Liquid
take
don't know how
close
many
control.
players are in lamps right now.
They've got no clue, but the question is, do they even try and challenge
30
it?
seconds
Yampy
left.
feels the need to go for something aggressive himself, but it might
Man,
be
what a
paying for it
weird
with his life.
situation this
His
is.
feet
20
definitely
seconds.
visible from the bottom side of that smoke, or is it? In he
That's
goes,
Spike.
spray down in. The lamps players do move out. They do find a kill, but it's Enzo to stop them in their tracks. 15 seconds of time is so much pressure on Koi, but it's Shados left alone on the hot
This is
seat.
a really nice
But
round
the
from
spike
them.
is just too far away. He can pick it up. He
Yeah,
can go
no-
to the other side of the map.
No
but
time
it's
for
not
that
gonna
one.
be enough.
Damn, that was a really,
Team
really cool
Liquid will
play.
be
So
squaring up for
smoke,
round win
smoke.
again.
Once they're over
Finally
towards
being
lamps,
able to
and then just
chain a
pushed
couple of
aggro.
rounds
Yampy just
together.
hiding in the smoke. Always a good
3 to
spot over
6.
towards there.
And in their attempt to
And
close
then
up this gap
a
against
little
Koi.
bit fortunate it was the spike,
What
but
an incredible read coming out from Enzo.
it was cool as well. Smoke, smoke, and
Just
then
knowing that they did have so much
Gecko
concern
flash.
about that lamp's control, no information to work with, and then also trusting Yampy to push up in that situation.
yeah, that was a
It's
nice
just
mid-round
kinda
call.
Unlucky there for Koi that the one player.
I was too
gets
busy
stuck
focusing on
with
like
one
what
with
Koi
that
should be
spike as
calling,
well, but
and
they
then
were completely
Liquid went and called
swarmed,
their
fish in
own
a barrel.
little strat.
3
It's pretty
rounds
cool.
left into this half. Seekers available here
Seekers.
for Stark, so again.
Wait,
they've
is
done
money
really
low for
well
everyone?
With the initiator information here.
Yeah, some smoke,
They
sort of
put the
alluding to the idea
so they're
that
doing the
Kiko's
smoke now
also
on
nearby,
purpose
so
to
you've
create
gotta
the
be
pressure like
a good
he's here.
operator.
That's kind of sick
But
as
this
well.
time Kiko's
Fair
all the way
play.
to the other side of the map.
Just that conditioning.
So they do the same smoke even though the op isn't
No
here.
operator hiding out.
There's also an attacker-sided smoke that was used there to guarantee that octagon control.
But it's Yampy with first blood. Actually, with the push coming out from the B side, it's fairly dry. Still traded out. The Seekers come in as a follow-up. Nats on the back
And
line,
they have
using
to
a
deal
lot
with
of
Mystic
trouble. And
somehow.
hookah control, which is really
Ooh, that
important
flash!
if you want to take over this attack. Mystic, calm, 3 points of health.
Yeah, 3.
No issue at all. Definitely not shaking where he stands.
But this makes a lot of sense that even the TP play is pretty good here because Nats took the TP, managed to get a kill. So they do get out towards the site. 2v4.
No smoke to
Money's
deal
low
with,
for whoever
aside
loses this.
from that short toxic screen. Nice nade to push off the angle of the plant there towards truck. Kiko has all the vision that he could ask for here.
Yeah, he's delayed it quite a bit. His teammates are here to help. Spike tapped. Ooh,
They can see.
TP, but potential.
30
Kiko
seconds
goes for
left.
his swing. Grabinho.
It would have been a good call if we look at the minimap.
25 seconds. There's a
Think,
necessity here for Shados to get a pick. I feel that's the plan here for Koi.
Lovely
Well, Kiko's
shot.
going to hold that angle all
What a
day.
shot.
Grabinho peeks it
Guy
and
doesn't
gets
miss with an
whack-a-mole
op,
in the
apparently.
face.
What an angle. Still, again, the angle here is the toxic screen towards short. Playing in front of it. Shadows can pop it and run
Mystic,
back afterwards.
3 HP.
Mystic
Does
was
find
the
out where
low
he
player.
is so these guys can play the
He was
1v2.
one, you know, in charge to figure out where Shados is. But now,
That's-
it's a
that's
2v1,
cheeky, man.
and Kiko just
That's
takes up the
cheeky.
attention for his teammate to come in for the kill. And that's
The
Team
whack-a-mole.
Liquid on the board again, 4-6, with 2 between the two teams.
Clean coordination there into the retake here for Team Liquid. Looking into the next round now. I mean, man, okay. This was an insane round, I'm not gonna lie. Like, looking at these replays, okay, thank you, Prod, for the little pause there, the little peep of the brimstone head over the truck.
And the zoom in,
Yeah, that was king.
all the money.
But timeout now here. Koi, they started off hot on the attack. Now, Team Liquid, again, I said, they just need a little bit of time to get those reads, warm up and adjust to the gameplay. You cannot deny the fact that Enzo has done very well with his adaptations. We saw it on Icebox now.
It's in production.
Of course, Icebox is a little
What
bit
the?
that was all
the
Kiko,
streamer.
not gonna lie. Enzo, I'm sure, incredible calling there as well, but it's hard to lose a game when your Jet's going that hard. But now we're looking at Koi. What can they do to change things up? They were winning on that information game into the early rounds, but they haven't actually done those same kind of plays. They've shifted away from it. It hasn't been working out.
I feel the fact that Kiko's been allowed to sort of move in forwards, take aggressive positioning, has put Koi in a difficult spot where they need to use utility early, and by the time they need to go for site execute,
The
they've
replay
already
zoom tech,
used
yeah, I
up a
like
lot.
it, it's
And by
nice.
that time, you know, that they've used all that utility, they've given away the information.
Nitroic
so,
special.
you know, there's plenty of
Makes
defenders to
sense.
take that on.
And I think a big part there is
Surprised they managed to get a buy here.
Sky and the fade pick here
They
for
miss
Koi,
any
the fact
util?
that you get to
No,
make
it's
up
not
for a
bad,
couple
just-
of those nerfs that
just
Sky
light armors.
did experience in the most recent patches. But you're also seeing often the Trailblazer and one Prowler being used simultaneously.
Raise
at the
one
same time
away
around.
from a
So it's
Razor,
being staggered.
so we're gonna have
Koi
to
off
keep an
that
eye on
tower,
that
definitely
for
find a
sure.
way to
Heavy
try
over
and get
towards long,
themselves in.
might be the
Least
easiest
they'll
orb.
try. Yampy caught out by Flash.
Yampy's
Very
gonna get
low
out
on
of there,
health, but manages
34
to get
HP.
out of it.
He sticks.
Got the Seekers, you gotta back up.
Some would say he would vacate, but
Yeah, I mean,
Yampy
even this
is
guy
built
thought he was
different,
gonna
and
leave.
He'll stick around to get a kill
Shout out to
before he
Mystic getting a
drops.
kill there through the
4v3
smoke.
Team Liquid with
46
the
HP on the
advantage.
spam
The
back.
spray coming out from Mystic too to just continue to clean up.
I liked it though. Wall went up
Back over
and
3
carried on
players
spamming.
in hand,
And
trusting
they were just expecting the
Kiko,
spammer
the
to be
operator,
Yampy that
to
was
guard
close.
A.
So the bait was
Alliance
really good.
lonesome.
So Koi want to bait the idea that they've rotated. They're no longer in the B side, but Team Liquid aren't buying it.
No,
They're
they
too
never
smart
do.
for that. Open book. And Enzo will slap that book in their face. 3 kills for the lead up.
Yeah,
and
solid.
that's 5 rounds for Team Liquid.
I feel like Enzo's in their heads right now. They continue to go for those strats where they do cut that noise. But again, you can't really do that when you also don't have a man over on the other side of the map, where you don't have a read on what's going on the other site.
Yeah.
It's a
This was a nice round, to be
gamble.
honest. They all
And I
played.
think Team Liquid
They
are
played off
wise
each
to
other
that,
very well.
too. The fact that when they are going for those plays, they don't have that kind of lurking presence.
And the ultimate cycling game from Team Liquid is obscene. It's pretty impressive right now with a push aggressing here from Team
Lovely
Liquid. As Kiko
shot.
Gets a kill. Still, it is
Goes
a
down
trade.
again,
As
someone
Cameron's
got
been able
hit.
to do a good job of it. But
Damn, I love the
Gravillion
TP on this one as well. They really are a
Goes
unit at the moment from
And,
Liquid. It's nice team play.
Liquid don't want to hold back. They want to push even further, and Shadow's going to
Oh
try and
boy.
punish
Keep
that.
an eye on
He
Nats
knows
while this
that
has all
team
been
all
going
too
on.
well,
Nats
but
decides to
Nats
push,
finds the time
and
to go all the way behind. Oh,
yeah.
sneaky man. How sneaky are you? It's 2v2.
Nats is all.
And it's
Nats
anyone's
is,
game at this point.
loves a spray.
Not expecting that push with such aggressive play.
Kiko
towards
hears
Gun.
both.
Look at this angle that Kiko is opting to take.
Oh, it's the best position he could take, but he's so low, so he can't feel too
Ooh,
comfortable to hold
Satchel
that
pretty much
position for
saves him to
another
get out
time.
there.
And Nats has gone all the way around here, taking his sweet time from spawn.
This duel at elbow
Kiko's
is
definitely gonna
probably
wait for it.
everything. Shados
Big fight to
Nats,
work with, as well as that Viper's Pit into this retake. Playing
kind of
switch
sick.
here for Koi
The old
as
Gambit
Shadows,
brothers.
The one with more health playing over towards elbow, jiggling.
Well,
Oh,
I've got
man,
information
I
on where
wanted it.
Nats is.
Shados plays it how he should though.
And
That's a
Kiko gets spammed. That's exactly what Koi needed. But Nats needs to do Nats things. That's all that remains. It's the last round, so we can expend the Viper's Pit, no problem at all.
Yeah, the pit that we talked about.
Yeah,
but
and Shados did
not
so
covering
good.
the
Creates the
ground
pressure. He's over
necessary.
towards
Now
elbow.
dropped.
Nats has to at least try and bait him out if he is close. Yeah, reposition was good, and even the bait, lovely from Shados here.
7-5, Koi lead the half the same way they did on Icebox, but they're in for a task here. They need to close this out to take us to a decider split.
I do think for Koi, though, it was important to win that last round before we swap sides, to shift that momentum back into their favor, to grab that back after 4 rounds in a row coming out from Team Liquid. However, Now looking at these compositions, again, running both double controller and double initiator for both of these teams, but very different kits when you're comparing the Gecko to the Fade, the options that you have to make.
And I want to jump in on something the analyst there brought up, right? It seems that Koi on this composition that they have might be a little bit stronger on this attack side. Now on the defense, maybe that attacking utility will be used more on the retake side perhaps, but for now it's a pistol round, and Koi have won 2 out of the last 3 pistols in this series.
4 people towards B.
Team Liquid are
A
walking
nice
into the lines
bait. Do
there.
they...
2 players
Oh,
hiding out
man.
here. Shadows hasn't shown his ground. It's one to stick around. Shadows doing a lot of damage, but it's still being treated out. They're struggling to kill off Grubinho, but Starkso is still on site to defend together with Camo. Koi
Yeah,
are
nicely
not
done
gonna
from
let
Koi.
Team Liquid enter that B site.
The bait was everything. Not expecting Shados there. Maybe they had the players over towards long as well. Not entirely sure.
Backstab. Unsure if anyone's pushed up behind them. They're forced to re-clear through market, find a little bit more of that information. Opting for long in this push. Shadow poised and ready. Great positioning. If they do show that long presence and then opt to TP back towards that A site, wouldn't expect someone to be far forward over towards Shower's side. Ball up here.
I mean, sort of the backup plan for Team Liquid to go into the TP if they don't end up committing here, but Kiko, he's made his way onto the box. Oh, he's gone all the way.
I was going to say it was nice with the wall.
The shots. Still traded by Nats.
16 HP and he knows where he is. Here's the
He's shot
TP.
it back to a one-on-one. He heard where Shadow's coming from, right? It's the TP. Nats' position also telegraphed, but who will find who first? That is the question. Oh, is able to walk away here, Nats. He spots out Shadow, but both know where each other is. Looks behind.
Wait, how many
And
bullets did he have?
Come out on top.
Was that his last one?
The
I wasn't
clutch is
keeping on
won,
top of
and
it.
Koi win the 3rd pistol of this series.
1 bullet?
Ooh.
A 0. That was his last bullet?
Smiles on the
Oh,
side of
man.
Koi when we
I
saw
didn't
that
chat.
little
Didn't even look
preview.
down there.
Same can't be said for
pistol.
Team Liquid, though.
No, looking a little bit tense, but again, it's the same kind of half that we saw in that first map. Koi, you mentioned how important it was to earn that pistol for themselves. And again, very similar buy that we saw from Team Liquid previously.
Double pistol for
Trying
Koi.
to bring the
And they go
Outlaw
for it
in
again.
to help these pistols do a little bit
And
more damage, or to help the
Not
Outlaw actually
sure
close out
it's
some
going to
of these
work out
picks.
too well. I feel like after the first time it happened, Koi kind of
Even
know.
though Shadow's performance
to
in the previous map
expect.
got overshadowed from Kiko, he still was so important and vital for Koi to have such a tremendous lead at the start and be able to keep up with Team Liquid throughout the entire series. So it's good to see him back on his feet here with a clutch.
We'll scale up. Just priority being put towards that Thrash there for Enzo as well. You can see him holding that spike too, just in case they do manage to find that plant. Just ready, already. The Molly looking to deny Hookah off the gate. Fall back. You got the heal abound.
Heal out, smoke out, Prowler locks onto
Prowler
1.
finds really great information here for Shadow though. Calls that rotation here from Camo as well on Koi.
He still has his paint shells available as well. Throwing it in the Shower's direction could do so much, but instead it's a Bulldog to rip Nat's head
That
to
was
shreds.
lovely.
Shadow's closed up the gap here. Oh, he could be so surprising. The paint shell's keeping
That's
them
good,
back
and
even
he was
further.
close
Kiko
enough to
trying
hear 2
close up the
footsteps
gap in
here.
short, but can he do it in time? There's another cross line covered, and it's all Shadows,
Yeah.
Shadow. Every single defender of this A side has done their work. It's an Andalucia flawless.
Good, good
coming out
reposition from
Koi.
Shadow here as well.
9 to 5, and they
It's a
succeed with
very
their
clean
follow-up.
round from them.
4 rounds of difference. Pressure is all onto Team Liquid if they want to close it out in a 2-0. But for now, Bind, Koi's map pick, is looking to be heading the right direction.
Doma, hello. How you doing, mate?
Outlaw was picked up here by Koi as well. Camo grabbing that out of the hands of Team Liquid. And you've got 2 players on this team that are going to be playing with those light shields, looking towards Nats, looking towards Yampy. And I think that's interesting because there's also synergy between the Outlaw and a Viper pick on either team too. The toxic screen, just the decay that gets applied there. What a
Damn,
wall bang!
25.
Grubinho gets out of there.
Oh,
Importantly,
my.
Camo doesn't though.
Yeah.
And just like that, Team Liquid
Yampy
have
had
the
light
advantage. It's a
armor as
matter of
well,
what
so
they
if
were
he
able
hit
to do
that
with it.
shot,
you can see Koi, you
would
can
have been
see
a pop.
Shados all the way towards spawn, trying to
gonna get
scramble his way
pinched.
here to try and get himself onto the side to assist. But
Jonas
Kiko
as
isn't
well.
gonna
Hello, mate.
Waste any time. He moves in quickly, and they try to isolate these players one by one. And Grubinho's body does
Blank?
make it towards the
Maybe.
outside of the TP, but his
Wait, he
spirit
had
doesn't.
him.
But a trade
Oh.
back coming through.
What the?
It's still Team Liquid all the way, spike planted, and they're just going to play this back. Not give Shados an inch. Not a chance, not an opportunity, not a kill, not a gun.
There's no way he thinks that all 4 players are going to be towards Octagon, towards Long.
I mean, even if he thinks it, you know, what can you do with
No,
it?
I mean nothing. I mean, you expecting to try and maybe find some sort of pick here. Finds a bit of more space. It's all about just kind of racking up as many orbs, trying to do some damage as possible. Somehow escaping from the spray, but just looking to deny
so
these
funny.
orbs in full here. Team Liquid, no one looking to stick around. A solid win here for the Liquid side. And a very, very clean hit towards B. They did really well to isolate the players over in Garden. Just swarm around them, deny them any point of exit.
Is that the Sova dude? It is. It is the Sova main. The
It's definitely
original.
around that Team Liquid needed. Obviously, it's the buy round, but now I think this is where the real meat and potatoes of the series is going
Okay.
to come to, right?
Money.
Of this map as well. It's a buy round across the board.
Money
Orbs
is
are
low.
going to be battled for. They need those ultimates. They've been so impactful. You can already see Koi demanding respect towards B-Long.
More aggressive
Spot
push that time
3
around.
at
Early
long with the
Seekers
dog.
coming through here. Find that information again. It's been those fast-paced pinches, but now the walk up towards lamps.
Damn. How
And Nats
an
gets
off
a pick, and
does
that's
he
a
do
very
that?
much necessary pick for Team Liquid. They were trailing behind, but Nats single-handedly gives
Big
the ace
swing
up to
round
his
and
team.
he does that.
Clean plants here for Team Liquid. Everyone looking to play
This is a
offsite
straight up solo
aside
play. It
from
really is.
Yampy, maintaining that lamp's control. Boy, just looking to walk right up here. U-Haul, free for the taking. Might not expect someone to be close on the left. Again, just waiting for everyone else to try and catch up to the play, waiting for Starzo.
Realistically, you're only looking at the guiding light here from Starkso, but
Still don't
Rubinho
think
is
they
able to get a
can-
pick off of Yampy.
We got
But they've
Nats
spent so
with
much
another
time to get
molly.
all players close by.
So,
They're really
just
running
looks
out
like
of it.
damage at the
And
moment.
Mystic can play around
What
as
a
much
round
as
from
he
Nats.
wants.
He gets 2 at the
Just
end.
denied
Molly
the ace
smoke
of
on the
Nats,
spike
but it's
itself
a
to secure
tremendous
that.
round from Nats. Absolutely impeccable. That's exactly what Team Liquid needed to get back into this game.
This is the Nats that we remember
Oh, yeah.
too, right?
Oh,
The Nats that we were hoping to see come to light on this Team Liquid roster with the new additions. And the fact that, again, I think Lothar was talking about it on the desk. There were some questions of, okay, how is he going to do without Redgar? But Nats is a player where you can just trust him on his own. Plays his role so well.
Yeah, even though he's
All
under new
pass and
leadership,
walk
doesn't
for
seem to
sure.
faze him at all.
Oh,
Nats
Does
had a
so
good
great,
round.
finds the
Does
openings
he
needs to
expect this? I mean, with the
give devil.
smoke,
Here he is. Faced up against a lot of pistols. There's a snake bite, so nobody goes too far forward. Keep him guessing for a little longer, but he might have been
He's
seized in
delayed
place.
very
Nobody
well.
to get out, and now he might have
yeah, and they can just
reinforcements
walk
if
over
they
towards
care
the
to
B
join.
site. And
At least
extra
swinging buying
smoked
time for his team
Yeah.
to
just
do
towards
into this
Hookah
B
here as well.
They
I
know
like this.
exactly where Koi's
Extra
pushing
smoke
through.
just to make sure they
B
can't
site
get shot on the
open.
side,
That's
and
where
a
they'll
flash
get
as
the
well
ball.
to check if
Just
there's
hold it
anyone
till
here.
the
But I
end.
think
this
Brim managed to
wraparound,
dodge
though,
the
could be big.
flash.
But you can even see Nats
Nats
turning
is
around,
so aware.
expecting someone to maybe go through cave here. Starkso, just a frenzy in hand.
Nats reads it though.
Yeah.
So being aware of it, you know, it might distract him for a little bit, but the main meal here for Koi is to move towards this B site. And you can't have everybody distracting the back line because there's
It's a
two
nice
players
smoke from
of
Koi
this
to
Team
get out of
Liquid
the
side
choke point.
in elbow.
They're going to create a lot of pressure. This
On the spike, Koi have been given space.
Mollies must
And
be coming
Knight
in.
might be able to turn it to success. 2 kills for Shadow. Nats interrupts the defuse.
Lovely molly,
Shadow
by the way.
pushes through the snake
And the
bite, but
Brim
doesn't
molly
care.
comes down
So
to
it's no
secure
more.
it.
This might be Koi round, and it's got their name written all over
Yeah,
it.
and the mollies were just too much on the spike. Started with Viper molly, Brim molly, Gecko molly.
A lot of damage in the meantime.
Tell you what
Red
though,
Bull clutch coming in here for Team Liquid.
kinda
But
take that.
stinger, I'm not gonna lie, that is what I like to see.
the
They're
crosshair.
winning the game. But
Bro,
not to take
Shadow,
away
for like
from what happened
the
here.
whole
A
3
big
years of
opportunity
Valorant,
there
has always
for
had the
Koi
most
too.
mad
Seeing that snake bite
crosshairs.
over towards elbow allowed them to deny that long range angle,
Look at
knowing
it.
that they were on those weaker weapons to funnel in towards site. It's just with how aggressively they had initially pushed through A, the timing that Team Liquid found with that plant, they just couldn't catch up in time. It was ticking down too quickly, but damage was done at the very least to some of that economy.
Shadow's playing this match as if he's got something to prove. Playing against 3 former teammates, players, you know, he spent the entire
Oh.
last year trying to move to VCT
Wow,
together.
he got
but now
popped.
he
Oh man,
has to deal with it
they
alone.
both
He's
got
Yampy with
popped.
Team Liquid poised to get a victory here on this round.
Yampy.
Let's call it just like that. Lose 2 players in the TP.
Right here.
Not even that, denying that showstopper coming out from Camo that could have completely shifted the story, the narrative of this round here. Now just slowing things down. Again, Koi, they had been nifty, pushing out previously. Team Liquid, neither of these squads do have that flank watch capability within the kits of these agents. They're still expecting someone finding a timing, biding their time. Koi, though, this is a great read coming out from them. They do stack 3 over towards A, anticipating this.
It's nice though. Just
I mean, it's the only way.
straight
It's
up
the only way
cut a
Koi
sound,
ever stand a chance,
question
but
mark,
these
see if
Seekers are
anyone's
gonna spot
pushing, because
every
in a
single one of
3-on-5, a lot of the time they're going to push
One
you
to
and
the
try and
left,
make a play.
one, two
And
to
yeah,
the left,
all
one to the
Seekers
right.
go over
That's
towards
the
here.
call for Team Liquid.
Yampy is
Enzo,
giving it.
shouts to his
30
team.
seconds
B
left.
side is where we're gonna be
Yampy is
hitting.
actually
They route to
giving
the
it.
TP to deny that area as well, while Nats is kept behind to try and fend off the rest, trying to deny
Damn,
the
dude, that's so
It's a
nice.
triple for Nats. And
That was so nice. The most perfect
the
lineup.
king of the MEA.
The Lux are most certainly back.
This is what we need. He's like calm, cool, collected.
Even on one of the
up there
harder
too,
maps, the Lurk
unfazed
on.
by those picks coming in. But these are the timings we expected from him. Once known to be the best lurker, the best sentinel within the Valorant.
Look at that.
The stars
It was
aligned for
gifted to
on
him.
that one. It couldn't have been more poetic than that. Just press mouse 1, he didn't even have to move the mouse in any direction.
You love the coach cam. It's just like, oh, it's Nats. What do you
Nats things.
expect?
That's my boy.
No big deal. Oh, it's getting dicey here. Koi need
Grabino
some
one away from
sort
his
of
ult.
momentum
Shadow has his ult. We get a judge
after this tie-up
in
here from Team
Lamps.
Liquid. They do have the Fade ultimate from the shadows to work
A
with.
4-person stack towards B.
Yeah, the momentum you speak of, this is the, you know, about the time where Team Liquid started to put Kiko aggressive, but Camo can't quite find the comfort to do the same. Guiding Light goes off behind him. Kiko is able to win out on that
It's a
trade.
nice trade
Grabino's
in the
there to
end.
assist, so the trade does come through, but Team Liquid, what do they gain from that? Not much space.
This Brim ult
That's clear.
can
But it seems
definitely...
like Koi being aggressive here might give Mystic
Yeah,
a game.
this guy needs to
Shadow
be-
so close to this. Orbital Strike goes in this direction. Mystic is there to read it, and Team Liquid are ahead. Guiding Light here for Stark, so he's trying to push it, but Mystic, it's quick
Why would
enough
you
to
not
turn
save the
around.
Brim ult
Flash
for
is
when
to
they tried
protect
to
this man.
re-exec
It's
with
a
the fish
2v4,
here?
and Team Liquid on a highway to success, especially when Nats is here up against Shados. A Viper be Viper, but Shados isn't all too aware. He's got no idea. He's fending off against players that are so close to him. Snake by 2 is made, and it's a spray down preemptive, but it's Yampy to clean. Grabino alone.
Dude,
and
it's
Team
so
Liquid
it's so similar
poised
to the
get
first map,
themselves a lead.
where
So similar
the
to
attack is
Icebox,
just outrageous.
repeating history in one singular series.
I feel like
Damn,
when you
everyone's
even
here.
just
Jenna,
look at the Viper
Soulcast.
head-to-head between Nats and Shadows
Hello,
right now.
hello.
We saw the player cam right there. Nats smiling. It's just like, yeah, I knew. He's got him
Self-sabotage,
read like a
yeah, pretty
book
much.
in those situations.
That's one of those instant regret
Just knowing
moments.
There's really no other option there. But now
He even got like the sound cue of the
into
fish, so it
next
should be
round,
like
we've got to
relatively
consider
fast in his mind, in my
what
opinion.
Koi have to work with. Money not looking so
Yurok
great.
as well. Of course you're here.
Might see some sort of force up, but I would also like to see Koi maybe.
Man, they take him down.
Okay, well now no hero
Insult
rifle,
to
but
injury.
I'd like to see them be conservative, I think, into this round, because the risk of forcing up in this situation could cost you the rest of the series.
Of course, man. Thank you. Good to see you.
Team Liquid definitely have the crowd behind them. McCoy, that's a benefit that they won't have in their own heads perhaps right now. It's a 5-round consecutive streak here for the Team Liquid side. And just like the previous map, no rounds have gone to Koi post the pistol and the follow-up to it.
Yeah, we've got to
So now
remember,
3
they won
ultimates,
double
Team
pistol.
Liquid really strong on this one, and the advantage.
And they go
the
aggro
lead
short
only
again.
Looking to increase here. Look at Koi though, so far aggressing into short. Shadow thinks better of it, backs
What
off.
the-
Enough of that. There's so much presence here for Team Liquid.
Yeah, they had a lot. Honestly, kind of lucky to be alive there, in my
I think
opinion.
the idea too was maybe to try and force Team Liquid off that rotate and into the waiting hands.
That's still good to insta pop
of
the
Rubino
wall up as well.
and Camo in towards
22
Yuka,
to
but
11 for
Team
Nats
Liquid,
as well.
They stick around for now. Not going to run away from the attempted conditioning off the back of some previous eco rounds we had seen where Koi had gotten hyper aggressive towards A short. Trailblazer
Yeah,
expended there
looks
too.
like Didn't
I'd
fully
say.
see it,
No
but it
rotations,
looks like the
everyone on
dog
Koi
only saw
just
one or
taking their
none.
guns to their current positions.
And that's the hurtful thing for Koi, right? Not aggressing. They've got no idea where this push is coming from. It's coming in really
Yeah, Shadow low
aggressively,
HP takes a
explosively.
couple of ticks from the ult.
And it was a
Dark
big
so
surprise
close.
for Koi, which allows Team Liquid to get 2 clean picks. And Koi trying to spread around the map here, individually trying to find any inch of success. Mystic on the back end. Nats finally drops to a one-on-one.
Smoke's down.
But Team Liquid have got this all under lock and key. And
The selfish
got
smoke.
something extra to say about it, but Shadow's got to do a lot of the heavy lifting.
Like,
As
there
he's
is-
gone all the way
it's a little
around.
bit-
He
this
even
is a little
realizes
bit-
Snakebite could do so much.
Okay,
but
it's
they
all
close
good.
the distance up against them, and the Phantom will have it. Camo, he's not only playing against 3, but he's playing against the time. The little bro isn't helping either.
Yeah,
And
so no.
Yampi, he's got his sights on Camo's
No,
head.
it
Team
was
Liquid
though.
on 11, Drew only
when I saw
left to close out
double
this series in a
double
2-0
Viper
fashion.
Molly and all
I
3
do
of
think
them
that we are seeing
in the
a
same
difference in the
same
IGL
spot.
lane here as well. We cannot forget Enzo has experience not only as an IGL but also under one of the best IGLs within Valorant right now, under the reign of Boaster during his time on Fnatic. Meanwhile, for Stark, so this is his IGL debut, a completely different look as far as that level of experience that you have, and I do think we see that difference in depth within the calling, the ability to adapt and think on the fly right now as Stark so looks to continue to develop that experience.
It's a good comparison to make, right? We're talking about rookies on both sides of the spectrum, and it feels like Koi has more of them, right? And you know, it's not like Koi doesn't lack the experience, right? Starkso, Shados, both have won World Championships before. They've gotten themselves on Masters and Champions trophies. Well, on the other hand, Team Liquid have got Nats. You know, you've got that perspective to look at. But it feels like Team Liquid look a little bit more organized, more like a unit. Their plays, you know, a little bit more solid. While Koi on this defense haven't quite been able to put those pieces together, which is starting to shake them a little bit. No doubt, this is
Yeah,
why the timeout has
maybe-
come in. Maybe some words of wisdom.
Maybe they're just going to go
came out
aggro
here from Barber.
somewhere else other than short. Not
Very
entirely
much
sure.
needed words of wisdom.
Quite a much more newly formed team as well in that
for
kind
sure,
of sense too.
for
Like
sure.
all the different
Gotta
moving
imagine
pieces
Liquid
that
are gonna
have to
do a
come together
default
here
for, like, the
Koi
first 30
versus
seconds
Peter
here.
taking the Apex core for Team Liquid. Then Yampi and Nats have been playing together the past couple of years too.
It's a much easier setup to lay out here from
Yeah.
Team Liquid.
Flash over towards long, hits, sorry, flash over
See that
towards
in their
showers.
synergy? This walkout
And yeah,
here
we
for
said they would go
Kimo.
aggro.
This is what Koi's been missing, a little bit
And
more aggression, but
that's
this
a
time
lovely
Mystic
shot,
reads it,
though.
doesn't even matter,
Oh.
Showstopper for the back of
Oh,
it. Kiko
nice movement
tries
from
to bounce
Camo to
back,
get
and
out of
he might
that.
be trapped in here. Guiding light after guiding light, but it's Nats' bullets to
Nats
save
from
Kiko's
long,
day.
yeah.
Nats just saved this
Shout
round
out to
from
Liquid, they
getting
definitely did the right
way
thing,
out of
just doing a
hand, so
slow
we're back
default.
to even footing.
I'm just waiting
Look
for
to
aggro.
regress now towards
3
Belong
person
instead.
re-aggro, and we
Yampi
got
looking to find some information.
Still
Only
two.
sees one.
I think he spotted out a
Nah,
second
he
one as
started
well, so
to.
he's given out the call to his team to wrap around, and he gives up the space, knowing that he's on the weakest point here. Takes an open fight. That's a one-on-one, 3v3 though.
But they only saw 2, yeah, so they had no idea Shados was here.
And Koi are trailing
Spike
behind.
down, and they have Fatal.
Denied that spike plant. Spike outside of the pit too.
That's picked it up.
Last player standing.
And Keiko wins the fight, leaving Shadow alone. He's taking so much damage from the snake bite, and it's another second snake bite.
Oh,
to be
man,
thrown
poor
at his
dude.
feet. A triple for Nats, and that's Team Liquid on 12 rounds.
This attack
Match
off
point
is,
for the Blue Stallions.
Yeah, outrageous.
So clean there. The idea was there from Koi as well, but Team Liquid so prepared for that push out, covering every single base possible
25.
within that calling, within that positioning.
First map, Kiko 37.
Now on this last round here
Nats,
for Koi,
25.
they need 3 to try and take it to overtime. Again, that Nightfall, Shadow's been holding on to that for what feels like a decade at this point. Not that Koi have even really had the
Okay,
opportunity to
3
use
chances
it
to
as a team.
close this one out.
Used preemptively from
And
Shados,
they
defensively
try,
as well. Team Liquid want
they
to
try and
explore it,
use
though.
everything onto Shados. I'm so worried, man. They're all so low HP.
Spray going in this direction, but nobody cares.
Yeah,
Oh,
guys,
Shadows doubles
guys,
up
don't
here.
relax.
Koi got something
What are they
going their
doing?
way. It's a 3v5, and Team Liquid need to pull the brakes.
Man, I hate these rounds so much. I hate the util out
Spike
walk
is in the
through the
middle of
Viper
the
ult.
site.
Have I seen 2 of those rounds
Push
today?
from Grabinho, massive. Now Team Liquid looking to regroup. Both players split up from each other though.
All Koi need to do is chill, calm down, play the trading game. They've won this round. They've closed up the gap a little bit and make that comeback. Put it in their imagination at least. Put it in arm's reach.
Yampi needs to get this pick.
they're definitely on the back foot here, Team Liquid, at this round. It has to be a massive overstep here from Koi if Team Liquid are given the advantage. And Shadow holding the corner. Gets read by Mystic, 30 seconds. Surely this isn't a round that Team Liquid win, surely not. And in a matter of seconds, both remaining players of the Liquid side have been quashed 12-10 as Koi close up the gap.
Closing the gap, ramping up again towards those ultimates. Still, from the Shadows to work with Seekers available this time around as well. Team Liquid, though, nothing in the bank in that kind of regard. You can see some pings coming out from the defenders on Koi towards that showers space, maybe expecting to try and fight.
They're
for
still
some
in
of
a
that
pretty
control,
good spot.
knowing that Yampi is only
One
two
ult
away
used
from
into
the
this
Seekers
round.
zone.
2 chances left for
Same thing you
Liquid.
could say for Thrash, but
Up against 3
uncontested
ults.
here for Team Liquid.
Yampi and Enzo are close to their ult.
So deep, so
Mystic
far back
also
in Spawn,
relatively
expecting
close.
Koi to continue to scale up. It's what's been working for them.
Jonas, a whole year as well,
This
bro.
time, I
Thank
think
you so
the
much, man.
situation is a little bit different given
Hope
the
everything's
ultimates
going
are
well.
at their
Thank you for the
disposal.
tier 1.
So less pressure for them to perform.
Flash goes over towards Showers, doesn't hit anyone.
But again, they were still expecting it. Just the conditioning that was done from the previous rounds. Now Seekers come out very early here from Koi.
Yeah, Seekers are 1 minute. Not too much pressure.
Actually needed to figure out what Team Liquid are going for right at this 1 minute mark.
So they get info. The 2 are in
Not
here.
really finding anything with it. Just knowing that Team Liquid are playing so passively right now. Lineups coming in here from Nats. Where did they land? Okay, all the way towards back site.
Oh, this is a nice little fake. They get the fatal out of them, and Kiko doesn't check the corner, right? Oh boy, 1, 2, 3 coming his way.
Cleared, and he gets a double. Oh, not quite the triple.
It's a nice trade. Andrew, thank you for the prime, bro. Thank you so much.
Wait a
for the
minute.
drop.
He's waiting for it, right? He hasn't heard the spike go down just yet. There's no guarantee placement of any of these players.
Oh, the
Finds
damage.
8
to
HP.
Yampi, but he's not dead just yet. Holds a really good position here,
Oh.
and they think it's cleared out. Enzo finally finding himself on the board, finding some kills. That's really what his team needing them to do. Nats close by. He's going to go for the swing, but Cameron's there and waiting. No, he's going to stick around. And
Nice
Cameron
transfer.
fighting off the pick.
Solid
It's a
nade.
goal to himself.
6 HP and 76
It's down
HP.
to the IGL to close down this map and series for Team Liquid. Spraying towards a spike, touched once. Not to be stuck.
Okay, nicely done from them. That was actually really cool. Wall up, one jumps in, one's on the top of the site.
To gain an 11th round.
Great reposition coming out from Koi, though. Camo.
3
just
chances
hop in
down to
towards
1
Zika,
last
close
chance.
that gap,
And
and not allow that opportunity.
how many
to
ults
try
we
to
used?
spam, knowing that
Seekers,
Camo
Razor,
will go in that situation.
Fatal. They got all the
One
ults out of them.
round here is all Koi needs to take it to overtime. The same can be said for Team Liquid to close out the series. But we also had a couple ultimates expended there from Koi to make that round happen. Yampi has Seekers online. Now you've got the Thrash here from Enzo as well. 2 extremely strong ultimates you're looking towards to take these sites.
Timeout.
There's also an orbital strike though, so Gremino does have that opportunity to just deny a choke in completion.
And the timeout from Team Liquid here to guarantee there's a potential way that they can reconfigure, you know, talk with a mill, talk it out. No reason to go for something in a way of a gambit, right? No reason to take
UK
any risks,
at the
unnecessary
moment,
ones.
Jonas.
You've got pieces to your exposure.
UK
You've
for a
got
little bit.
full buy,
I
you've
think
got
I'll go
ultimates,
Berlin
high impact
near the end of the
ultimates.
month for a little bit as
What's
well.
the play going to look like? For Koi on the other side, they also have the chance to talk with Barber, right? This timeout doesn't mean that Team Liquid exclusively talks with their own coach. It's time for both of these teams to think about this moment. A moment which could distinguish this game going to overtime or Team Liquid closing out this series 2-0.
Where are you at the moment?
You got a lot to take a beat on here for both of these teams.
America, so.
Especially Koi. The other thing that you're looking towards is, okay, Team Liquid, if you expend the Seekers, you expend that Thrash, things don't pan out. Mystic still has opportunity to cycle up to that orbital strike in this round as
Okay,
well.
so they
Meanwhile,
talked
for Koi,
about... Wait,
there's
we get the op
nothing
out. They haven't
else
actually had
if
an
that
op.
orbital strike cannot land. If
I'm
they
not even
cannot
sure
make
at
a
all, to be
play
honest.
off the back of it.
Yampi has Seekers,
Again,
Fish on top. That's a
same
solid
kind of
combo.
angle Grabinho's looking
Grabinho
for here
has
with
his
the
ult.
volley.
Yeah, Molly going to come out, Thrasher heading in this direction, so it's going to clear out this side of the B site. Of course,
It's one.
Elbow catching out one, but at
Do they
least
tunnel vision?
there's one
Oh
there
boy,
to help
big
him
jewel.
out. Kiko's going ultra aggressive. He thinks there's a pick hit for him, but with the Trailblazer in his way, won't matter at all. Orbital Strike comes out, which is
Damn, he's a god. 4 HP. Lunatic. Look at the HPs, 11, 10. Damn, those jewels were close. That heal's incredible. That secured it.
And Team Liquid just got to play it slow. Nats with Shadow's bullets.
Nicely done. Some very strong, very strong attack rounds.
Be it friends, be it enemies. It's